I always forget to do part 2, which is I got to work on that. I got cut off. I don't know where I got cut off. We're talking about the trial. Supposed to be 75 days. It's well past that, and they just keep coming up with crap after crap after crap after just heinous bullcrap. I put in one of my texts or emails to them. Sean, you are guilty of kidnapping, trafficking, abuse, ransoming, extortion, false reporting to a government entity, false reporting to a law enforcement agency, enacting an emergency action under color of state. All of these are felonies, sir. Well, you see, I'm a health worker and we're immune to criminal prosecution. That makes me just do crime all goddamn day, every day. And boo-boo is pretty much all they ever say. Grace Sorensen, I got nana boo-boo from her 5 or 10 times. Janeth Gutierrez, nana boo-boo. Yeah, I remember where my rage was. Protective Daddy. Where do I start with George Washington? I'm well past that point emotionally. Logically, I know I'm probably going to get murdered by men at the order of women, ironically. Thanks, Sheriff. You guys are awesome there. You just totally march into that socialist goose-stopping frickin' beat. Why don't you try reading books instead of burning? Good movie. Speaking of which, Wrinkle in Time, be prepared for massive shit to fall upon you if you say check out that book from the library. Or wait, request that book to be brought out of the Raiders of the Ark giant warehouse storage place. Takes a month and a half to do. Blow off the dust, that, and then they put you on the red flag list of this asshole not only got a book for his child, a children's book that's science fiction, that's really down on communism and socialism, but it's also about a dad and a daughter going across the galaxy to war for each other and save each other and their families' lives. It's about daddy-daughter bonding, familial love, nuclear family, and anti-communist and socialist all at the same time. Bad book. Great book. Madeline Engel, great author. Don't get that book in Washington State. You'll reticle right on you. Ironic. The fact that, man, grow some balls. These socialists, these women in power would have absolutely no power if any of the men who are 90% of the law enforcement here in Washington would grow a fucking testicle and obey their oath to the Constitution and just say, no, I'm not going to escort a health worker to go kidnap a child. You do it yourself. I'm not going to escort a health worker to kidnap a human out of their house for doing nothing because a health worker said the words gravely disabled. Ill-defined and absolutely inappropriate and out of context, because if you are knocking on somebody's domicile, even if it's a tent, a car, a freaking fort made out of sticks, it's still a domicile, and they're not gravely disabled. So how you get that one through your head? Well, you don't, because you learn to read in Washington State, and the thing here is you get a star, and you just be a professional victim, and that's all you're ever going to be. You sheeple piece of meat. So anyway, back to I arrested Sean. I found out my daughter was being hit by the shelter care family, the maternal uncle and aunt, and you say I'm your daddy and you don't have your daddy, and they're trying to get my daughter to confuse me with this other Jeff Stetler that lived in Las Vegas who is now dead. I guess he was some chimo or something. I'm not. But they're trying to get my daughter to recite this story And they were telling my daughter to say that I'm 59 years old, like this dude was. I've never been to Vegas. I've never farthest into Nevada I've gone some Wendover and then like through Winnemucca up into freaking Oregon. Never been down south, not at all. And definitely didn't live in Las Vegas, and I'm definitely not a convicted chimo like the dead one who died in 2021. But if you Google the name, if you misspell my name completely, like they always do, because they can't spell my fucking name right, Jeffrey, 3 syllables, Jeffrey, Andrew, Andrew, Stettler. You hear that, Snohomish County Sheriff? You hear that, dcyf? I should get the dismissal just on the fact that you can't fucking spell my name and don't know who I am. Or Freya's, by the way. And, yeah, you're up. They can't, I got a dcyf report of when they were trying to organize this kidnapping and, of my daughter and put her in shelter care with my ex-wife in a heroin hotel for kids. The rehab where your kids get to come and watch you shoot up and be a complete derelict. The kid that you've never met because, you know, you abandoned her when she was 9 months old with her dad, and her dad's been taking care of her for the last 7.5 years. That. So, you know, DCYF's grand plan was break the parenting plan because they bring together children, siblings together, makes more money. They get more money from the federal government from doing that. So they decided to unplace my daughter with me, which they didn't place. I divorced and got custody legally. They didn't place. I'm not part of their slave trade. But they decided to anyway. And they've been trying since November, apparently, when they found out Haley was pregnant. And I didn't know until I got their report, or their 1,500-page file dump of the case files that I've been trying to get since, forever, 7 years running. But they wouldn't let me have them. I did call the ombudsmans, the Freedom of Information Act, everything. Nothing ever came back. You know why? Because they put my file under my ex-wife's name. Because it goes with the mother. Yeah. So I can't request, and not only is it state law that DCYF is to provide you with this file, paper copy, here you go, sir, I'm your social worker, this is your stuff. Nope, you can't have it, it's classified. Getting the penguin everywhere I go. Classified. You can't have it. Nope, you're lying. You're pieces of shit. I hate you, DCYF. I really do. And I'm glad your crooked secretary, growing this beard out, is at that curly stage where it comes back around and pokes you in the face. It's just driving me bonkoid. You know, some like beard conditioner or something. Anyway, scratchy beard. DCYF, you think you're immune because you've gotten away with it and nobody's had the balls to stand up to you. I will die on this hill for my daughter's safety and my daughter's security and my family. You picked the wrong fucking single dad. You're going to stop doing this. And you're not going to do it to 60,000 more kids a year like you've been doing. I'm taking this all the way to the Supreme Court. And I don't care if you think I'm crazy because I'm mad at you for kidnapping my kid and falsely accusing me of things I did not do. That is an absolute, genuine, perfect reaction to what happens when you're falsely accused. When your child is kidnapped and you don't know where she's at and the state won't tell you where she's at. It is absolutely justifiable to be livid, furious. Absolutely. And Walter, having a different worldview, as you say, is not reason to keep a child from their parent. Because I don't believe in your socialist fucking horse shit. Show Show me where in the Constitution or Washington state law that says a different worldview is completely obliviates your ability to be a parent. How the fuck does that play into your diversity, equity, and inclusion? A different worldview? What if that was Islam? What if I was black? What if I was Latina? What if I'm gay? What if I'm bi? What if I have a different worldview than you, Sean? Oh my fucking God. Different worldview? Isn't that what Washington's supposed to be about? Your inclusive melting pot of bullshit? And the fucking goddamn libertarian is more inclusive than you are? Fuck you! Burn in hell, Sean. I will see you there. And I'll go skiing when it snows. So, that's that. Part 3 coming soon.